local mother wants answers after her daughter dies.
She died after getting the HPV vaccine, Gardasil. Joy LaPola has tonight's cover story, Deadly Decision.
At the age of 21, life was looking up for Chris Tarcell. For the first time, she'd be living off campus. Chris's mother had just given her a car. It was a happy time in her life.
Very special person. Very proud of her.
The future was bright for both Chris and her mother, Emily. They had planned a mother-daughter art show this May, right here in Maryland.
We had lots of great times together.
But then tragedy struck.
It was like the worst day of my life. A police officer came to my house. They told me my daughter had died. And when I said, what happened? They said, we don't know.
A mystery that Emily has spent the past 7 months attempting to solve. Emily believes somehow the vaccine Gardasil played a role in her daughter's death. A vaccine manufactured by Merck that researchers claim prevents certain types of cervical cancer.
And it sounded like side effects were minimal, if any. So I thought, well, why not? You know, if you're going to be protected against cervical cancer, why wouldn't you?
Emily had even confided in friends who were nurses. At the time, she considered herself well-informed. Now, not so much. According to a federal tracking system called VAERS, there have been more than 10,000 adverse reactions following the vaccination and 27 reported deaths since 2006. But Gardasil's maker points out these are anecdotal cases. In a statement, Merck officials say, quote, an adverse experience report describes an event that occurred after vaccination and does not necessarily mean that the vaccine caused or contributed to the event. An official for the Centers for Disease Control says the tracking system doesn't provide enough information for researchers to prove whether Gardasil caused any of the reported side effects.
We want to have better data to reassure people. But again, the patterns of the number of serious events looked at in VAERS do not suggest any, increase in risk.
While the CDC believes Gardasil is safe, a conservative watchdog group called Judicial Watch, which has been studying Gardasil's safety, says parents' concerns about the vaccine are valid.
So without long-term studies and without a safety test, essentially the public is being used as a large-scale public health test.
For Emily, she's still left with more questions than answers.
I really regret not having done any research.
As she looks through piles of papers all linked to Gardasil and her daughter's death, Emily can't help but remember the last conversations she had with her daughter.
She complained of feeling dizzy when she stood up. She complained of feeling tired. I didn't think much of that at the time.
Although there's a sense of helplessness, Emily also has hope that her determination will one day lead to lawmakers on Capitol Hill taking a closer look at this vaccine and the research that surrounds it. Joy LaPola, Fox 45, News at 10.